Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone.
This is
Ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone.
this is
Ladies and gentlemen.
this is Road to 3000 in rapid time control on chess.com. Not only that, we are planning to reach to that rating range in all time controls when the time comes. It is part 30, where the current live rating is 2742. We have had a long journey to reach to that rating, currently ranked number 27 on chess.com among rapid players, and hopefully we can get higher and most importantly to show high quality chess. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, etc. All the good stuff if you enjoy the content. As always, we will play a time control of 10 minutes without an increment. Wish me luck. We will get started. Such a good rating. Hello, Chess Master. How are you doing? Thank you. Appreciate it. We're trying. Thank you for the follow, Pragian Lama. Can I play against you? Hi, Mehdi. I'll have a special stream where I will play with my people, and that's when you can play with me. I don't have it planned yet, but this time will come. Lately, we had some difficulties playing against people online, just because of the rating range, what we needed, but hopefully it will work out well. Let's see. Hussein. Oh, bullets 1500, blitz 1900, and he has the number in his account. This is a red flag, guys. This is a red flag. The difference between him, his blitz and rapid is like 700 points. And he does play consistently, plus he has the numbers. This is the number one sign to not play against such players. We need to be cautious. Again, one more time for the new audience, I'll say I'm not saying that he's using some assistance, but you know how it works. It's high probability of cheating. Let's have a look. Okay, this is a different story. He has higher blitz rating, does play rapid as well quite frequently, and the account is relatively old as well. So I think this is good. Okay, since lately we have been practicing on d takes c4, queen's gambit accepted, I'll go for it. He chooses knight c3. On knight c3, I can choose between a couple of options, but I'll go with knight f6 first. If e4, we can try e5. But most of players still choose to go e3 to play a bit more modestly, grab the pawn and play on. a6 followed by b5 coming up. We would like to gain the space, put the bishop over there, push c5 ideas too, to get a good control over the center. I can try to do it with these or going with c5 right away, one or another. Not quite sure which one is more, I would say, appealing, but let's give it a try with knight d7. I think it is good, in any case, to go with c5 next. If he tries to go for a4, we're okay to respond with b4 later, and everything seems to be going to the right direction. Okay, he goes there. We must push c5 to gain space and control the axis towards the central squares. What does he do? e4. Regardless, he's going for it. Interesting. So he really wants to break through in the center. By the way, today is without the music because the tool what I have been using has some problems, errors, and I can't really load it. So that's the reason why you see it without the music. Maybe they might fix it while we're doing the stream, but we'll check it out. I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? So we take it in the center. If the knight takes, we have a chance to go for knight c5. Potentially, well, he can actually move the bishop away. It's not a big of a deal for him. But regardless, I think the knight would stand well. Why not if I think about it? Looks nice. Then potentially we can look for some b4 breakthroughs as well. Let's say hypothetically we go knight c5. The threat is to capture here and go with e5 ideas. If he sidesteps, we can try to challenge the knight as well. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Where does the knight go? If he goes there, we can potentially try to even grab the pawn on e4 as well. Usually it's dangerous, but we might just get away with it. So let's challenge the bishop and the knight at the same time. We had something similar in the previous game, not in the game before, but I think on the previous stream. My opponent has played queen e2, and after knight c5 he found a good defense by playing rook d1, but this is slightly different. We don't actually threaten to grab the knight right away because of bishop e5 ideas, but we have some options of pushing e5 plans and going after his central pieces, regardless. Elmore just Google. What does he do? Free energy machine. It's not our move, but even if it is, we can't do it because of this discovered check, and the queen will be under pressure. If he tries to go bishop c2, I can try e5 or b4. Let's say I go e5, knight f3, takes it, takes back. We can grab the e4 pawn, but he has it well guarded. On the other hand, if I start with b4, what is he going to do? Knight a4 looks quite natural. Now he takes a completely different approach by pushing the pawn forward. Understandable. So he wants to keep the attack going. Actually, I can put the knight on d5, which looks quite fancy. If he captures it, we can take it back with the queen, which will be very well placed and overall is nice. I can try to grab the bishop pair as well. Let's say take it, and when the queen takes something like knight d5 later is also an option. But how about that? Let's just play it right away, knight d5. I think it is good enough. I don't believe in some sacrifices. We can just try to close it with several different ways. And besides, we get a good control over the center. We really wish we could take there, but there's bishop b5 coming up, as I mentioned earlier. And in case of exchanges, our pieces will get hyperactive, and we can start attacking the key weaknesses in his game. You beat me over the board in a tournament in Bahrain a while ago. I played in Bahrain actually only once. It was supposed to be rapid time control. Remind me the game, what happened and which round we played in? That tournament ended up well for me. Is it the one with 11 rounds? Can't recall the name, but it had the king's name into the tournament. Is it the tournament we're talking about? It was the final round, you won the tournament. Yes, I remember that. I remember. Here we go. How are you doing? Any other tournaments in Bahrain? Do you live there or you went there for this competition only? So we put pressure. What does IM mean? It means international master. There are titles in chess, and the highest is a grandmaster. I'm just one step behind. So it's like if I take it in comparison, for example, in karate or into martial arts or something, there are like black belts, right? And there are levels. Imagine black belt number 5, I think, is the highest what you can get. And I have, let's say, black belt number 4, something like that, just to put it into perspective, easier to understand. He goes 94. What do I do? I take, queen takes, and go for knight b4. Looks fancy. Where does he move the queen? He needs to stay nearby to keep this guarded. Let's say queen e3 sounds realistic. Another moves to play knight b4, which doesn't look bad either. So if knight c5, we can take it back with the bishop. Otherwise, we have a heavy pressure. But he probably will be tucking the bishop down to b1. So how do we deal with it? Well, I still believe that probably grabbing the bishop will be preferable for me. Luckily, there is no knight jumps on e6 or something like that. We can attack the queen, try to bring the rook into the action, and play a bit more actively and aggressively too. Now let's see where he moves the queen. YouTube-ზე გიყურებდი სულ. გაიხარე, მადლობა. I'm a Saudi, but I studied abroad in Australia, so I get to play a lot of tournaments here. I see. Perfect, perfect. Glad you joined the stream. Let's bring the rook into the action. If he decides to go there, we can just capture it and we're good to go. Hello, Christopher. Chess Ninja. Kennedy coming up with some interesting quotes. Okay. Something is happening in the center. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of his knights. They look nice, but on the other hand, I don't see anything direct. Let's say I can just capture it if something. Knight c2 potential ideas, rook c4 is a possibility. His pieces are a little bit misplaced, per se. I'm not against this exchange. Let's say if a3, knight takes back, we take it back with the rook. We open up a bit more files. And in case of bishop d2, we get the opportunity to grab it, followed by rook d2 as well. So he has some issues in terms of development. Well, so do I. Of course, I would love to make a castle as soon as possible, but that will take some time. Bishop d2. Okay, goes for it right away. I can actually try to challenge it immediately. Do we want to? If I go knight c2, takes it, rook takes back, he will just probably simply develop the bishop and be okay with that. Bishop d2 is a good move, what he chose. Yeah, I think it's time to do some extraordinary stuff. Let's go with rook c4. I learned a lot from our game. I looked at Chessable course on that line you played in English. It is the one which we played with symmetrical English, right? Was it the one? With h4, h5 inclusion? Is that the game? Do you take part in some Georgian tournaments? Not anymore. I haven't played there for quite some time. In general, I no longer live in Georgia. It's been few years. I live in Abu Dhabi, work here, my home is here, so that's the main reason why I haven't been participating. I actually was not active player either. I participate in the tournaments quite rarely, but lately in this year I started to play some events. Classical events as well. Surprisingly, I played like 3 classical events in the last 2 months, which is like a record for me because in the last few years I have participated in total of probably 5 events in the last 6 years. So this is like a record for me, whatever is happening, but I'm quite happy it went well and the result was nice. This is the game. Okay, glad you checked it out, because this h4, h5 setups are quite common in this structure. I'm not sure how frequently you have experienced it, but whenever I play sometimes myself the symmetrical structure against the English, and I have seen it many times. როდესმე გოთემ ჩესთან ნათამაშები გაქვს. არ ვიცი ზუსტად, უნდა გადავამოწმო ერთი. მგონი არა. Nikakoi, thank you for the follow. Welcome on board. I must take this guy. Let's take it. Okay, now he wants to discover the knight somewhere, right? Yes, he does. You can try to do it with the threat at the same time and sneak out with the queen. Any other options? Let's say I take it, he will be happy to discover the knight. Because the thing about bishop c5 is that he goes there, and I'm not happy with that. If I go there, I will have enough time to make a castle quickly after. Any tactics I'm missing? I think we're good. We really would love to seize the momentum and make a castle as soon as possible, because after that it becomes quite clear that his pieces are definitely misplaced. Taking on g2 is probably not something I would love to do, so let's just make a castle. Okay, now our king is safe, and there is a threat on the pawn. He does get a passed pawn, but I don't think he can go far, because at some point we can just cement the bishop on d5, which will cover up everything, and the d6 pawn will have some problems. Besides, he's going quite low on time. That's why the sacrifice is understandable and expected, I would say. Okay, I can actually take it. Queen takes, go away, and for example, he pushes the pawn forward. What does he achieve? If I take it, he'll probably promote. Rook takes, queen takes, and he will take on g2. Probably not the most ideal version. I can try to put the queen there on d8, and for now, hold it, which is a smart option as well. I can also try rook e4, I can play these. I've got a lot of moves. These probably there will be knight c7. But you know what, I think just grabbing it is good enough. I think we're absolutely fine, and we should not just exaggerate. Because whenever he pushes, okay, I can't take on g2 because of d8 promotion, but I can put the queen there, and then if he goes for something like this, I can just exchange it with queen g5, which will create the double threats. His king is quite weak, and it doesn't look like the d pawn is going far, so... Okay, rook here. I think this is the moment we were looking forward to. I go queen g5 and rook c1 ideas. How does he defend it? Rook g3 he has made, g3 he has made. Probably f3 the only option, but now we already go into some active mode. Queen g2 mate is threatened. What does he do? No, that doesn't work. Just for the show, I thought that I'm going to play queen c1, but there is queen e1, so we would much prefer to do it with the rook. So, and we're winning. Nice win, actually. We got the victory. Let's have a look at it, shall we? I think there were some interesting highlights. Adluba Guga Kamceristvis, thank you, Dot, for the follow. How long ago did you get the IM title? I got it, guys, when I was 17 years old. Now I'm 28. I was at my peak of the career, but later something unexpected happened to, kind of an incident, I would say, which really stepped me back and couldn't really play chess. I'm even surprised that I'm alive. I'll just say one thing, that I even had clinical death twice. So that actually was a major setback, that I couldn't really continue competing chess. I have got quite good results into European Championships in age categories under 16, etc. I even got second place, third place, and I was one of the leader actually at the time among the names of like Artemiev, Dudajan Christoph, and many others, and I have a huge plus score against some of them as well. But some things happened in my life that I couldn't really continue playing chess, and that's why I could not proceed further. So yeah, well, that probably is not something I would love to share it on the stream, but I had quite tough situation, I would say. Took me several years to recover from what happened. Not only physically took me several years to recover, just to say it, at least. So Castle, we have to go for c5. And now at the age of 28, like 11 years later, I'm trying to chase that chase the title actually to get, which I plan to get more than a decade ago. So we will see how far it goes. Very high, nice game. Have you thought about switching move order in the end and start with rook c1 before queen g5? Hello, Doctor of Love. I haven't thought about it actually, but I think he had some defense, rook c1, queen g5. Maybe he could go for some move like rook c6 or something like that to defend it. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Anyhow, instead of knight d7, it says that c5 is a preferable way. Knight d7 is coming up. Hello everyone, for those who joined on TikTok. Thank you, it's me, Pipe and Siham for the follow. No, that was a very long time ago. It was like 11 years ago, guys, so this time has passed. Galmor just Fischer, Rogorhat. Knight d7, rook e1, and I go c5. GG, I was your opponent. Any advice? Here we go. Okay, that's a good place to be then. Glad you joined. So instead of knight d7, it says that c5 is a good starting point, but okay, he goes rook e1. If you want to fight in this kind of structures, e4 is essential to start with immediately. We go c5, and you should always look for the moves like d5. It's a typical pawn sacrifice. If I capture it, maybe go for e5 ideas, etc. Something similar is something what you would like to do. Because if you delay this process, I get a good control over the center. Because now, as you can see, the pieces are a bit misplaced. Actually, I made the same mistake another time, it seems like. I'm always tempted to go for knight c5 or knight d5, but it never works. What's the best move, guys? What do you think in chat? I thought you were talking about hello, doctor. No. That was the best thing what happened to me. I'm saying physically. I'll just say one sentence. I believe some of you are really interested in that. Just tell me if you are. Actually, I'll just say one sentence and you will understand it, kind of what I went through. It was not that point of view at all, actually. It was the best thing what happened in my life that she appeared. Bishop b4. Actually, again, I need to go for bishop d6. It's just like I shouldn't really care about that, seems like. But c5 is better because there is f4 in some lines. Maybe actually, but it seems like bishop d6 is still a killer. The engine shows that. e5 isn't coming. If you try to go f4, now actually I get this opportunity to go along this diagonal. So that's the thing. And the fish says that I have minus 0.6 advantage, which is a bit of a surprise to me. And next moves are something like castle, queen b8, rook d8, knight e5, ideas, etc. Okay, so I go knight c5. After the game, guys, if you will stay tuned, whenever we do the analysis, I'll tell you shortly with one sentence what happened actually to me and the reason why I couldn't continue playing chess actively from that age. And that's why I had a huge gap. And then we can move on to the next game. Less than 2800 is beginner. Boca, I really like your style. Hopefully one day you will see less than 3000 will be a beginner. I really hope so. So now e5 is okay. I think bishop c2 is probably a preferable way. If I were you, I would try that more. That is actually better. Probability of pushing e5 later on will be nice. But anyhow, let's say you went e5, play knight d5. Yeah, I was a bit surprised you never went for bishop f1. Maybe either after the exchange or something like it was always necessary. It's not really good to give up the bishop pair, I believe, because now I have a normal position. I understand you have very centralized pieces and I would like to keep it in active motion, but the d4 knight objectively is not doing much. And this knight only has one jump, which is covered at the moment. So after rook c8, you went for bishop d2. That is a good move. Rook c4. Seems like you had knight d6 right away. And if I take it, pawn takes, castle. Okay, you were supposed to play this structure, now capturing, which is a bit strange to me. This pawn is a bit loose, but there are some engine lines later with b3 and trying to trap the rook, which, okay, I understand it's not realistic, but still, at least now something like b3 would have been preferable, and maybe knight c2 and going into this, which is better for you to play. I can try this, but the bishop hides on c5 and you might be fine. Think about this, but I thought I would lose the pawn and I have a worse middle end. I thought so too in my calculation, but it seems like computer backs you up in this structure. Okay, this is very highly concrete variation. You took, I took these and queen a8. Oh boy. Guys, what is the best move for white in this situation? It's tough to see it though. But what's the best move? Thank you, Krolic Pick, for the follow. Hello, Spectrum Zero. So what do I get now, guys? No, the music today we won't have. It seems like because they have some technical errors. A3 96. Actually, he was supposed to play knight f5. Such a nice move, though. I missed it in calculation. Not bad. Not bad. So let's say if I take it, there is knight d6. Even if I capture, what happens? Something like rook e4, he's ready to promote. Engine is really good. And If I go something like bishop e4, you still keep going with the same intention, queen g5. So if I don't take it and I sidestep with the king, which also looks quite naturally, have knight b7. If I take it, there is rook d8 followed by rook h. Wow. I move it up, there is queen g5. Yeah, a lot of variations to calculate, but it seems like you had this, and that's not all. I don't even know what happens on these moves. Let's say if I take it with the bishop, knight g7, king f8, and knight e6. You serious? And you have the sequence of the moves that you actually win. Rook takes will get there as well. So to be precise, let's say I go here, you give a check, and you have got this queen f6. Long story short, something works out well, and if I take it with the rook, then you take on g7, king f8, and again the same sequence. The rook is getting into the game, and it's challenging. But the funniest thing is that after knight f5, I've got castle as well. And here you need to find the only continuation. No, it's such an insane move, knight f5. There are like 50 pieces hanging at the same time, but it works. What's the follow-up, guys, after short castle? Good morning, OS. It is definitely hard to find. Thank you, Mooney, for sharing the live stream. I appreciate your support. I thought the rook takes is the most challenging. It is probably, but castle. But you see how all these ideas came into perspective? Such an interesting moment. I can argue with castles. Knight f6. Here we go. I can't take it because I'm getting mated, and if I move away, you take on g7 as well. Wow. If I capture, you have this check, and queen h6. You threaten this, and if I go bishop e4, let's say captures would lead to this. Luckily, my rook is protected, but you go knight h5. And I can't protect it anymore. Rook g8, queen f6. Here we go. Knight f5 was the move which you are supposed to play. Oh, that's a crazy move, though. That was your chance to fight for the edge. Knight d6 was a bad option compared to another part, of course. And this sacrifice, I understand. By the way, you burned a lot of time. You should try to play a bit faster. Will be preferable. Knight e6, f takes, queen takes. This already was lost. Queen d8 is a nice move because I bring the queen all the way there, and there was not much happening. Ishore, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Rook g3, rook c1 already. I had a question about reversing the order, starting with that first, but I was worried about either f3 or rook c6, I think is there, and better to not do any tricks. Just queen g5 is a preferable way to go. We attack the pawn, and in case of f3, I've got this as well. No, he already lost the momentum at this point. Knight e6 was probably not the best shot, still something like b3, maneuver the knight, something like that, but okay, maybe slightly worse for white regardless, because the bishop ends up on d5, and either now or never occasion you have got, because the weak pawn, and considering your time situation, I would completely understand that sacrifice on e6 is probably preferable. Sure, I understand. Okay, it was a good game overall. Thank you, Nikhil, for the host. Let's move on. Thank you for the game. Do you have tips for thinking process in Blitz? Well, you definitely need to go based on the instincts. First of all, you need to play the openings, which you normally do. This is number one. Don't try to invent a vehicle. It is terrible to do such thing because you have very little amount of time in Blitz and you don't want to waste even more. This is one. Number two, You need to play simple chess. You should try to not overcomplicate anything. Let's say if you have the advantage, try to make the simplest moves, as little amount of pieces on the board as possible will be preferable. Okay, let's go e4. We can go e5 against this guy. Another part is that in blitz time controls, we have a knight pair advantage rather than the bishop pair advantage. Because, you know, knights are extremely tricky and unpredicted pieces in the opening. In blitz games, fast time controls, there are too many forks and ideas that someone needs to take into consideration. That's why that will be preferable to have. And there are many others as well, but these are just a few what I would advise you to follow in fast time controls. And this is one of the theoretical variation. If knight e4, we go bishop e7, bishop g5, castle, but I'm afraid it leads to quite dry position, which my opponent is definitely happy with. Takes, we take back with the queen, knight d4, bishop d7, we can try. And have I played against this person in the past? No, it's the first time. He does play fast and confidently as well. Maybe he's aware of this variation, which is not surprising, but still. Good morning, Joy. Did you already get the updated ratings? Or not yet? You said you would tell us something about the incident. Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. So, guys, I'll tell you what happened when I was at the peak of my career. And his win streak. Let's go. Is he on the streak? Okay, just a moment. Let me make the move now, because he's quite high rated, actually, in Blitz and Bullet, like 2700 and so on. So I need to be cautious. He's a dangerous person to play with. Just a moment. Let me stabilize the position, and then I'll get back to you. G3. I go queen f6. Then potentially knight b5 ideas might occur. Yes, maybe. What if I try this? But hang on. Let's say knight b5 wouldn't really do much, would it? I can try this, and I'm attacking these at the same time, plus protecting this pawn. I think I should be fine. This move looks quite tempting. So is queen b4, but let's go queen f6. So what happened is that when I was basically 18, 19 years old, I got into a street fight which was not planned, let's say, just in a random place, in a random situation where I got the knife wounds. I got stabbed by knife on 22 different places. Yes, you heard it right. 2, 2, 20 plus 2. And on many places, let's put it that way. I still can't believe that I'm alive, and I made it alive out of that. It was a huge recovery process. Some organs were severely damaged, a lot of lost blood, etc. And that happened because I met my friends few hours before my trip to UK. I was even planning to make the transfer actually to their federation, plus participate in the tournaments, do the coaching, many other things. I had big plans. And yeah, well, you can imagine probably I was on the morphine for a long time. Wheelchair, couldn't really walk, and many other stuff, basically. So my career, what are we even talking about? It got completely demolished, that there was no discussion about me playing chess anymore. But that was quite some time ago, guys. I'll just say it. I will not go into the details, but you can probably imagine it. You know, one of those moments when they bring the priest actually to say your sins and ask for forgiveness, you already know what's happening. Let's go with g6, shall we? I need to cover up the squares. Knight e4, we go queen f5. And yeah, I'm quite lucky to be alive, though. With is such a rare occasion. Rook e3. I can try to double up the rooks, can't I? G6, we have a bishop versus knight, which is good to a certain degree, but the question is it enough to do something? We should make it enough. Let's go rook d7, potentially rook d8. Ძალამე GM რომ გახდე რა არის საჭირო. 2500 რეიტინგი მჭირდება, 2415 მაქვს live რეიტინგი, რომელიც პირველი ივლის განახლდება. 2406 მიწერია, მაგრამ 900 ვიმატებ და პირველი ივლის განახლდება ეგ ყველაფერი. და სამი ნორმა მჭირდება კიდევ. 2 მაქვს და 1 მაქვს და 2 მჭირდება დიდოსტატის. ტურნირზე რაღაც სპეციალური პერფორმანსია საჭირო. Okay, so how about we trade the rooks off? Takes, I take it back. I'm not a big fan of making the trades, but I really dislike the option what he chose. Like, it's so dry and really looking forward to make a draw because the difference between us is like 300 points and seems like he's fine with that. We'll not be playing against this guy, like using the white color for that. I mentioned it even in the previous stream, it's just inappropriate, let's put it mildly. So we go rook d8. We take. Yeah, all set now. Also play this variation. He can maneuver the knight. Yeah, it's possible. Noah, thank you for the follow. Okay, so our bishop is slightly better than the knight, but I mean, objectively, of course, nothing. We will see what we can do. We have come on, man. Play normally. What is that? We already know his intentions. Okay, so what can I do? I go here. d7. Check. Goes down. Take. Goes queen d2. In that case, too many pieces will get traded. I go here, trying to keep the rooks on the board. That actually looks smarter. I would like to keep some pieces on the board. I don't want to exchange off everything. Let's go rook e7. Something like this. We can potentially try to press the h-pawn all the way down, depending on what he plays, of course. He has got some weaknesses on the king side. That's why I really do want to keep the rooks on the board, because if I trade it, especially his queen gets activated and he will have some decent chances to fight for something. Now what is his plan? He wants to go there. Okay, all clear. What do? I can try to lift the king up. It's not a bad move. Queen e6, is it a move? Threatening something like that. If he goes check, I go up. There is queen d4. Does it do something? Let's say f6. Maybe, but he's getting a good amount of counterplay, I would say, which I'm not really happy with. I can try something like these two, but then he will put the queen on h6. Ideas, maybe not right away though. Let me think. d2 is coming up. No, you know what? I'll bring the king up. That should help us. To a certain degree. If he tries this, I can take it, check, I go down, and if this, I have got this. Cover it up so that doesn't work. Otherwise, we can potentially look for pawn pushes. At least there is no check and then trade immediately. I mean, we're just trying to squeeze something out of nothing, but it still is slight plus for us. Noah, thank you for the follow. How can I get better in chess? Nicotine, join on the Modern Chess Academy. Click the link on the profile, guys, for those who want a serious improvement in chess, are wondering how to start, which steps to take in the beginning, because I know it's difficult. You must sign up on modernchess.academy. The link is in the bio for those who are checking on TikTok. Okay, do I go for this? I dislike the fact that his queen is getting there. So how about we press the pawn? I need h5. Knight takes, g takes, rook g3, king f8 still stands, right? Yeah, I still have got that. It's not a problem. His horse is paralyzed for now, yes. What do we have now? We need to be quite accurate and precise. Let me lock in, guys. Hello, SM Ravi. I will lock in into this position because it's getting quite challenging. Now our opponent is good too. Don't live in Georgia anymore. Live in Emirates. As I mentioned, these just would lead to here, queen d8, bishop e8. He doesn't have a follow-up. Otherwise, h4. I really would love to get this square, but it's not available at the moment. I am originally from Georgia, but living in Abu Dhabi. Let's see. Bishop b5 are there too. Rook e3. But this man is no joke, actually. He's oriented to trade. Afraid he's about to achieve his goal. These, maybe. In it, but he goes for check. Check is fine, but he attacks the knight. Goes on like queen g5, queen d4, go away. And then wait a moment. So if I go here, he has decent rook g3 as well. We can't do that. Okay, let's try this first. Second. I don't want to burn a lot of time there either, actually. So I believe that will be a decisive factor in this game. We can't keep the rooks on the board, unfortunately, so we are going for plan B. Which is more active, say these. Say I go queen f4, stay active. We are a bit lower end on the time, which is not nice. As an extra minute. Thank you, Echo, for the follow. Hello, Rosie. Hi, Mona. Good morning. Did you watch Hamzat versus Strickland? No, I haven't watched it. He's about to trade the queens off. Okay, that's a bad news. Let's attack. See what he has got. Go a5. We want to go for a4, maybe fix some pawns. This check, I will sidestep with the king. It's already doing fine now. I believe I need to trade the queens off at this point. And play descending, which objectively is a draw. Okay, let's grab it. Go for bishop d5. I'm just worried that my king is a bit farther. d4, let's trade. Takes, king gets closer. He's about to achieve that desired result, a draw, which we really wanted to achieve for quite some time. Somewhere h4 if I get a chance to fix the pawn structure, but he doesn't let me. b6, c5. At this point, it is bullet already, guys. Okay, go here. Do have a slight plus, but nothing major. Go here. See what he does. Interesting moment. No, this is rapid key. I haven't reached 3000. Inglisuri Marslates to proceed with prosta sitweb Svita. Inglisuri. What do I do? Let's run over the bishop here. Let's go there. Have something. Let's go down. Check, I go king d5. Here, let's give this check. Will be helpful here. Maybe f6, these. Let's press him. The time as well. Need this pawn alive. Here we can't afford his knight activation, which he's getting. It's bad. Maybe here. Push. Here. I can't take. Let's take. Okay. Fortunately, we're not getting much, but it's already bullet territory. here. Hopefully we're fast enough. Ah, no, why did I trade? Oops. Oh no, come on, don't lose on time. Ah, well, 6 points we dropped. Okay, let's have a look. What happened in the game? This is very, very dry position, guys. Difficult to press for something. So bishop g5, and it's forced as well. Bishop d7. Look at that. It was very obvious his intentions throughout the whole game. Not enough. Not enough to get anything at all. Maybe queen g5 was slightly better, but it's still not enough. I don't have any favorite ones. Trying to burn your calories. Come on. It was not about the last seconds, right? We never had a chance. Just in the bullet territory, that's the only time we have got something. Can't take the queen, his king is faster. I was supposed to take the pawn at this point, but we're just down on 5 seconds, guys. So it's like there is nothing to discuss about, and he made a draw. So yeah, that is using the white color inappropriately, actually. So against this kind of players, I should try to play something less forcing. That was a nice game overall in any case. Aspik Roman Kujobiatum Hetari. What do you think? The knight was better? Well, not sure. I would say probably still bishop is slightly preferable, but it's same at this point. No, hell no. Hell no. 1820. No, absolutely no. Hell no. We don't want to play against this guy. Like, hell no. Yeah, we tried. We tried, but it didn't work. Like, hell no. The reddest flag ever. Why did you block him? To not play against him anymore. Now let's see if the music is back. Hang on, let's see this guy. Green pot. Tyler Potts. Blitz 2500. Rapid this, and he's on the verge to rise as well. 2500 blitz, I think, is legitimate. Let's go with c5. Oh, d4. Okay, I'm gonna take it. We play knight c6, queen d3. I would choose knight f6, d6 structures. He's using the similar stuff what we're playing ourselves. h3. A new account though. Yes, it is a new account, but his blitz is high. He has like 2500. That's why I was like, maybe it's still worth it. H3 is a bit slow looking move. I go d5 and I get the space advantage. I'm okay to make this trade if you want to. Take it. Queen board? No, thank you. Is the guy a cheat? I mean, I'm not accusing him, but if he just turns it on just for a second, I have like a 0 chance whatsoever to do anything. So absolutely, I don't want to play against it. Let's go e5, f6. Have a good solid setup in the center. We have got a slight advantage though. New account. I notice it is a new account. But because of the blitz rating, I hope it is fine. Hope is all we have left, ladies and gentlemen, at this point of the rating range. Hope is a very powerful thing. Let's just develop it, maybe attack the pawn. I wouldn't mind taking it at all either. You could draw an engine. Yeah, well, we don't get paid for making a draw against the engine, unfortunately. Otherwise, no problem, guys. c4. He's going all in. I still can play knight b4 though. Not sure how accurate it is for him. If he takes, I'll take it back with the bishop. I'll be quite happy with that. Can I DM you a few questions? Well, for that, you definitely need to sign up on modernchess.academy, and there you can write the questions. Bishop c6, pawn takes. Or knight takes. They both look nice. I actually like knight take, because I can reroute maybe the knight to d4 square. Something. We could also keep it and get into the bishop pair, which I think was a killer as well. Sure, sign up. There we have a lot of good stuff coming there. For those who really are looking for the improvement in chess, guys, weekly training programs, what to train, what to do, openings, middle games, end games, just don't forget to sign up. On our academy, you will learn a lot of good things there. Let's go for the castle. We laser down this bishop. We can develop it as well. We objectively have the advantage. Bishop c3. Expected move. Can we already try something like that? Not a bad move though. Takes, I'll take it, and there is still some pressure going on his king though. Love to play this move. Knight c2 is a threat. Knight a3, we're ready to grab it full by knight c2 regardless. Is it free? No, this is based on monthly paid membership. If he takes it, I'll take it back and I get the d pawn. And you get the access to over 300 videos, educational, made by me. You get the access to openings, middle games, end games, weekly training programs, training preparation for the tournaments, history of chess. You get a chat access to general with the other people you can communicate with your group members. There is one chat specifically where you can just write the questions and get the answers from me. Within 24 hours, roughly, I'm getting back to you. And there is special chat for puzzles, memes, and many other things, actually, which you can try to use. I think it's time to press the pawn forward. And this is individual courses, cost roughly $40 to $60, but I try to combine it into the membership because I know it's more accessible for the people and easier, will be cheaper. And you're just getting all the access to it for just $10 per month. And for the best part, what I made is 24 hours free trial. So whenever you sign up, you can just check it out, look around. If it fits you well, stay. If not, you can leave anytime without making a payment. in the first 24 hours. So check the link on the bio, modernchess.academy. You will see everything there. Could be considered as a weakness or the strength. Depends on how we look at it. I think it's a bit of both. Okay, what do we do now? I believe in my bishops. They are very powerful in this occasion. How do we handle it? Let's put the bishop here, activate it, attack this guy on d2. Why not? Goes this, we can even try to bring this rook up there, which attacks and covers the e4 square at the same time, which is not bad. Let's go knight b3 axis. I'm not really happy with that though, but you know what? I can play this, and potentially rook e2 ideas might occur on the board as well. a3. They have slight advantage because you're king? No, I would say because of the pieces actually in general, it looks better because two bishops are really nice. He is blocking the pawn for now, but maybe not for long. Just a moment, guys. I'll be right back in a minute. Just a moment. Okay, he started marching the pawns, which I actually thought was a good thing to do for me, because I'm provoking pawn pushes. Now it will be easier targets in the future. So we remaneuver the bishop. He goes c5. We can get it on f4 square. This bishop will do its job. We're hitting the knight, and we can try to go rook e2 on the next move as well. If anyone can explain what's happening in chat, the ones which speaks in Arabic, will be better to respond. Knight f3. What do we get? I want something like this, maybe start hunting on my bishops. If I go something like d2, what do I get? Then he will actually have very heavy pressure on these pieces. He might want to go there too. So let's say d2. He goes there. I can play bishop c2. He will probably come up. What do I do there? I don't believe in the fact that he can just take the pawn, so I would prefer to push it and maybe put the rook there as well, because if he takes, I'll play these. I think he gets much, or I can play rook d5 to be a bit more modest. Let's go here. I like this move. If he takes it, then he will have permanent pressure along the d file, and we're happy with it. What did you do in your tournament? Tell me you're playing a tournament on the board. I actually did well, Ibrahim. I was quite happy with the result. Gained 9 rating points, which is good for me. So overall, it went well. I can get rid of this guy, can't I? But if I take this, he takes rook e1. He goes rook d2. Captures. Okay. If I play this, knight d2 is not a problem. g4 is not a problem. Then what is the problem? I just go there and take the knight. They just ask about the live and similar stuff, but it's preferable, guys, to write it into the language which the host understands. I don't mind a comment or two, but when it goes for a long period of time, it's inappropriate. And I know Arab people being very good, kind, and hospitality is on a different level. So you know that when someone speaks randomly, um, whispers, let's say, on the language all of a sudden that you're discussing, it's not something pleasant feeling, right? So I know you guys are good hosts, so please follow. So let's go bishop h5. The plan is to grab on f3. Amazing, keep going. Thank you, thank you. Anatoly Gulshipro, Guy. Okay, it's time to cash out. Take this. Do we go for some kind of eternal pins? Yeah, let's just pin it. These are like eternal pins, and he's getting into trouble because there are too many pieces under attack now. I could probably go higher as well, but okay. No, this exchange I'm happy. This I'm okay. You can take it, no problem. This bishop, our rook is going to start grabbing all the pawns over there, and we should be good to go. Thank you for the follow, guys. Whoever did, Saba, Trigon, Venom, appreciate it. Welcome on board. He goes there. What does he have? Knight d6. Not so pleasant that he's taking some pawns there, but I mean, we're fighting against the knight, guys, and the knight is not good at all when it comes to this kind of pawn races. So let's just keep going. What country are you from? Probably you're asking me from where I am. From Georgia. Let's say these, he takes, I take. No, why should I give up a pawn? Let's push. We need the b pawn really badly. When did you start playing chess? Any age? Well, 0. Hello there. I was 4 years old when I started. It's quite some time ago. Can I take it? I will take this pawn. Why not? Captures, I'll take this as well. I'll take all the pawns. Bring it all you got. Go up to capture this. If knight g5, we've got rook g4 as well. d5 would lead to what? Let's kick the knight out for once. I think that will be helpful. We're getting low on time, so that's what we need to put it into consideration. e6. We can take that. And the knight is quite tricky as well in the endings. Okay. Actually, I can still go for it. I don't mind him taking the rook, but why should I let him do it? Yeah, that's the question. Okay, let's challenge the rook, challenge the knight. Thank you, Koth, and yes for the follow. Welcome on board, guys. Goes there. He doesn't actually threaten to take it, does he? Nope, so let's move the king away. Not there. I would prefer to go quite far away, so the knight cannot reach it with some weird checks and, you know, some strange threats. I don't want to give up pawn for no reason. There, let's just stand far away, and we would like to start pushing the pawn forward. The music is still not available. Oh, yeah, it's still not available. Very strange, actually. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so what do we do now? He goes there. Let's push the pawn forward. Here, let's go rook a4. Not the most ideal square, but there were no good ones in between. Check, go down. Somehow we need to start marching the pawn forward. Now I need to use my king on a better spot. If he doesn't do anything, we will attack it. Here we go. Okay, let's chase the knight away. chase it again. Might just get trapped. But let's just attack it. I'll go here. Okay, let's just push the pawn forward. I think we're exaggerating now. No need to chase the knight away across the board. Just push it forward and win the game. We're low on time, that's why I need to hurry up. What is his plan? He wants 93. We can't come back anymore. One is getting promoted. That was a nice win. A nice one. Takes. He's gonna take the pawn in any case. It's good enough time for mate. For rook and king, it's easier. He wants to challenge us in any case, if we know how to make a checkmate. Not bad, not bad. Nice, we got the win. Let's have a look. What was going on in the game? I think there were some interesting highlights. So h3 is really too slow. He definitely was supposed to play knight c3. Thank you guys for the gifts, I appreciate it. Knight c3 is preferable, definitely by far, to control the center, but he didn't go for it. Played h3, which immediately allowed me to strike in the center. Even that itself, like d4 move, which we have tried it a couple of times ourselves, is a bit dubious of continuation, and if you try to play it slowly, it's a killer. Knight takes c6 is a correct move, it seems. Long castle is fine. Went these. It's a big plus, it seems. Other than pushing d3, the fish likes to play bishop c2, followed by g6, bishop g7, and d3 ideas. Anyhow, let's see. I think it was possible to let him take the pawn probe to a queen. Yeah, there were many options. This is a big advantage for me. Rook e2 is on the way. If he takes it, I take it back. This is not the weakness because he cannot really get the access to it. I was quite happy when he started pushing the pawns forward because objectively he will not reach anything. Rook d3 is nice. If he takes on d2, it will be like an eternal pin on everything, so he decided to give it up, because if he tries to take on d2, I grab it, pawn takes, rook d8, and I'm winning a piece, which is, he took a correct direction, we capture it. Yeah, this endgame is nothing interesting to watch, and we win. Okay, nice game, let's keep going. We had this one unpleasant slip, which my opponent played very, very modestly, not letting us to get any counterplay whatsoever. It was unpleasant. We're playing against 2300 and it's just 2 points per win. Unfortunately, that's what is happening. Let's try to get the new pairings. Music shut down. The website has serious issues. The one which I have been using has some serious problems. Anyhow, let's move on. Okay, who will be the next opponent? Guys, let me know what your rapid rating is on Chess.com whenever you play, estimately. So in the future, I'm planning to bring some educational content too. So I'm just wondering what your rating range is. Rapid or Blitz, you can try to type it in chat, whatever you have got. Yeah, we just dropped the rating a bit by 2 points. That draw really killed us. Really, really killed us. You're on Chesscom 1941 drop. Okay. That Samos should be legitimate with the picture and everything. Blades bullet does respond to our likings. Okay, let's go e4. By the way, is it the first white game for today? Oops, no, no. I want to go back. What did I do? We don't need to check it out now. We will check. Is it the first white game? Is he streaming currently? He goes Scandinavian. Which I would say is an interesting opening, but overall probably not something what I would recommend people to play on a regular basis. It is very tricky though. It could be very tricky. He goes there. You can try a couple of options, one of which is knight e5. I can try this one over. I'll give it a try. This is an interesting setup. There are some options of knight c4 coming up as well. He chose the correct direction. What do we do next? We can go for bishop to c4, attack the pawn. Okay, nice. Thanks for the info. Next is maybe queen f3, bishop d2. Bishop d2 could be a move to kick this guy out. On the other hand, I have castle 2. g4 is also a move. There are many good options. Let's go with bishop d2 first. Laser down this queen and see what he is planning to do with it. Ah, bishop b4. So he's planning to take on c3. Give me a bishop pair advantage. Interesting decision. Definitely an interesting. What if I play g4 now? If he goes there, I can take. He will take it back. And what do I do? c3. If knight d2 we capture, should be fine. Bishop b4 we have got f3 as well, just in case. I actually prefer to go with g4. Let's say hi to this bishop. Keep attacking this guy over there. Moves back. Was expected. What do we do? We can play queen e2. And then look for the potential outcome. Or a3 is also fine. Let's say he takes, I take it back. And then we do the rest about the pawn pushes. There are many good options. We need to choose one smart one. You know what? I'll just stabilize it probably better. Let's kick the bishop out from there. Moves it down. Bishop b4 is a move, but it's not something I would like to do now. How about f3 and then trying to go for h4, h5? I like this option more because this bishop is in trouble. I want to go h4, but there is bishop e4, bishop d5 maneuver. But if I start with f3, this is actually on the way. And whenever he touches the h-pawn, I'll be happy to take on g6 followed by bishop e6. And his pawn structure will be crippled, plus I get all the counterplay in the world. So let's go for it. It is worth it. Queen e2 and long castle. It is definitely one of the way to go. Later is in progress. Also take my bishop. Do we allow that? I mean, we can, but it's not a must. We can just move the bishop regardless down. I don't see why I should give up the bishop. Because regardless, h4, h5 is coming up. So it doesn't really get much in any case. So how about we just go down? Solid. No, this I'm okay with. This I'm going to take. This I'm going to take. This check he wanted to do. So we can try to lift it up, captures, and go for something like that. Or let's say we go there, he takes. And then I think we need to lift the king up. Because let's say, for example, if he goes for this check, we can go on d3. And the king will be safe. Yeah, let's just play king e2. You know this guy. Very good. Thank you for the follow. There we need to go up. The king is taking a walk, but short walk, not long. So what is he going to do? He takes it. Can we trap this guy somehow? Or I should trade the queens. Let's think. Really would love to trap it, but do we have a chance? Madlova Georgi Gamozeristvis. I think I can't trap it, which is a bad news. It is actually a bad news if we can't trap it. Okay, let's trade it off then. Yeah, we can't do it, unfortunately. So we will get rid of the rooks then. Get rid of the queens, sorry. He takes, we take it back. Then we tack the bishop on d3, we can push c4, kick the knights out, and control the center really well. Bishop e1, trap the queen. Yeah, if bishop e1, we were dropping the rook, guys, so it was not an option. Okay, let's tack this down, and then we can look for this potential counterplay with the c4 ideas. We need to kick this guy out. Okay, now that his knights stand like this, we can look for some potential invasion of the pawns. e5 was expected, and the strong move to trying to open up the files, and correctly so. Okay, let's go here. If he takes, I'll take it back with the bishop. Bishop pair I have, but he still gets some control over the center. This is the annoying part of this position. I'll take it for sure. This pawn we need to capture. What does he do next? That's the question of the day. His another knight is not doing that great. This is what we need to use. Kartveli har but knight takes. If we take it, pawn takes, maybe bishop e4. Hello, Chucks. Are you a GM? No. International master. What does he do now? He's probably thinking about moving the knight away immediately. Maybe something like c8 and then trying to grab on e5, which also is an interesting option too that he wants to try. Let's see, let's see. What's your favorite opening for white? I think I have one specific. Okay, he decided to give up a pawn. For what exactly? TVT, I guess, to some degree. And just refuse to take it even. Hang on, if I take, goes knight d5, I go here. I mean, I don't have to take it, right? I'll just go down. Just go b4 later. Have a rapid tournament in 5 o'clock. Any advice? Well, Ibrahim, play the openings what you regularly do. Don't try to make any changes. Try to always have slightly more time than your opponent. That actually helps a lot in such occasions. Let me focus now. Hang on. We can kick this guy out first. And try to get into simple positions to play. Like, don't overcomplicate it. I have seen it a lot. People try to do it, which is a big mistake. Play simple chess if you have a head of materially. Make the exchanges. If you're good at the end games, try to use it for your advantage. You're going after his pieces. Your opponent is live. Just came from there. Ah, okay. I see. I didn't know that I knew that he was a streamer. I got informed about it, but I didn't know he was streaming current. Knight of 6. Can we take it? Maybe, but I prefer to not risk it. Let's sidestep with the king. We have beautiful bishops. We need to focus in the center. And they will do something one day. How many norms you have now? Currently, I have 1 norm. Need 2 more. G5 on the way. He didn't quite leave the pawn because he was pinning it later on the e-file, that's why. Thank you, Chucks, for the follow. Welcome on board. Goes away. Can we push? I think I can push already at this point. Kick the knight out. Let's see which direction is he going to take. Do you think Faustino Oro will become world champion one day? It's very difficult to say now. It's very, very early to say it. His pieces now got bad. That's what we're using. I'm okay to trade it because we're taking this pawn. And his knight got stuck over there too. 2 bishops power could be very dangerous, guys. These guys together are the killers. Okay. Okay, how about that? I am okay to trade it. He can take the h pawn later. But I'm getting 2 bishops and some threats on his king, so we're okay with that. Hello, Said. Now we push. We go there, and his knight on h5 looks bad. This is what we're going to use. Go check. Check is needed. Still have to be precise there, though. Probably yes side. We are thinking about it. Let's give another check. Maybe here as well. Do it now. We can maintain pressure on this guy. Here. Let's go here. Oh, he has the time edge, which is nice for him. But I think we got this. We can try to bring the king all the way there and cause some drama. This bishop needs to come back. We can also try to press the pawns, maybe potentially b5 breakthrough when the time is right. Will be helpful to get the passer. Goes back. One over there. Looking move though. Let's go with b5. Still want to press the pawns. What does he do now? Hard to say. Because his c6 pawn is still weak. So is b7 down there too. Oh, these bishops are the killers actually. Let's bring the king into the action now. We want to centralize it. I think I can attack, right? Yeah, let's go. I think I'm okay in this ending. Thought about it, but bring my king in. At some point he will get zugzwanged. First we go there. What is he planning to do now? Yeah, let's say bishop here. He wants to hold it like this. Here. And here. This is zugzwang. He needs to make a move which he doesn't want to. And we are breaking. We go up. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. It was a good masterpiece of how to use the bishop pair. Let's go here. I'm going to take this pawn. I think I'll just take it and ignore everything else there and just keep pressing. Not enough time. I'll take this. Not enough time. Check. Does he really want to play till the end? I thought he would be gentleman enough to resign. Okay, he did. Okay, nice game. And Datex, thank you for the follow. Do you think Sindaro will beat Gukesh in the World Championship? I think yes. Let's try Sicilian. Just on the other guy's stream. How is it going over there? I don't know this person actually. First time played. Why is everybody playing this structure though? On knight f6. Send a chat to you. He acknowledged you. Very good, very good. Well, greetings to him. Check him out. Let's go d6. Takes it. We go e6 to capture the pawn on d6. And a typical Alapin structure. He likes to play some tricky lines, I noticed. I responded actually, Said, about the Fujera. It's how my students wanted to. How about you? Do you want to play there? We can take this guy. Go for something like queen c7, or I'll go for it. Let's attack the pawn. b6, bishop b7, knight d7. This is the type of structure I would like to set up. Oh wait, I could go bishop a6. No, I could. Let's go knight d7. Do you have any tips for beginners? Puzzles solving is solely the main thing what you must focus on. Play the games, analyze it, see where you've made the mistakes. That's when a lot of people are skipping in their preparation. I have to now. Good luck. I have to go now. See you around, Georgi. Thank you for saying staying. There's loud music on, black and white, like chess. Nice one. Nice one. We couldn't really make our music work, though. The slide squared bishop exchange is not ideal, my friend. You should never do such thing. Oh, wait a moment. We are back on track in terms of music, I think, but we don't have long left, so. Okay, queen e4. Let's challenge the queen, maybe bring the rook there, go for queen c4. What does he want to do? He wants to go there. Be my guest, no problem at all. Kartoli, Kartoli. Be my guest. Rook c1. How about we maintain more pressure? Is he going to play knight e5? I don't think so. If bishop g5, I can even move the knight away. Or go bishop e7, one or another. I have some options. His pieces are next to my king, but I don't believe in his attack at all. Looks like a bluff to me. I can try to tuck it, but is it necessary? I don't think so. I can probably try these as well. Knight looks quite nice on d5 square. We're already going after the pawn. Thank you, Shark, for the gift. Memrihil, thank you for the follow. The king has set up camp at this point. Yeah. My king is doing fine. What does he want? He wants some bishop jumps, which is legit. We can try to use the queen into defense if needed. Alamit's another. We already take it. The bishop here. E6. I think it's unnecessary. Of course, at any moment we can push f5 to kill all the hopes of our opponent. At any moment. do we go for this cruel option? Why not? Let's say here he goes something like this. I'm gonna take on c3. Or take on a2 as well. I have some options available. What do we do? What do we do? And just push it and take on a2. What is the best? We have some options, but what is the best? How about we go for just king going away? I like this move. Let's just move the king aside. So no bishop jumps. Rook c7, there is bishop h6 coming up, guys. So we spent quite some time actually on king h8. We need to hurry up a little. But now the king is safe. No problem, I think, at all anymore. Doing fine. Just sidestepped from the threats. Thank you, user, for the follow. Welcome on board. Guys, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to follow the stream, subscribe, like, etc. That helps me a lot and motivates me as well to keep going. It is a big support to me. At some point, we need to take this pawn, shall we? And I think now is the right time. Yeah, why not? So he wants to go down, but I need to stop it. Let's go h6. I don't think this sacrifice is sound. I'll just take it back. Hello, Kay. How are you doing today? It looks very good for black. We're just taking the pawn and asking him what his plan is. There, the queen can be very handy into the defense as well, in case needed, and we're just claiming the pawn. It's very good for black. Your opponents say he just woke up before. Okay. Let's see. I think that is the reason why his attacks don't work, right? So far. See what future brings. So far, I'm saying. Okay, do we have a5? We have a5. I really don't want his rook to grab on a7. It will be sad. If at any moment queen f5 is there. But where is the... His pieces are not well coordinated. This is a good news for us. So no potential sacrifices. Seems like he does like to play some active chess, no doubt. He likes to go for the Smith-Morra gambit. He even went for it, so obviously he prefers to give up some pieces on early stages. How's life going, Kay? 25? If needed, I'll mention it one more time. We might not go for it at all. There are some threats coming up. Thank you, Mona, for the gift. Appreciate it. So you need to stay calm, protect the position properly, and we're good to go. Don't need to panic. I don't see the follow-up now. Let's say 95, he can try, but what's the threat? C1. Chose that direction already, as expected. Now we can get rid of this guys, change it, and potentially he will push c4. But we're quite happy to snap out the material already. He trades, we take it, and we are grabbing the c3 as well. Or he will push c4, I think, for sure. He will try c4. I don't see any other. Are you the best player in Georgia? No, definitely not. There are many players better than me. I have a couple of moves. Let's start with these. If he takes, we take the rook. There is a bit of a pressure on the c4 pawn. Can we try to include this now? Let's bring the knight into a nice square. We can try to double it up. I go for it. I think I should. Let's just maintain pressure on this guy. c5 was expected move. I've got to admit. So when I thought I could maybe tuck the knight back. Goes there. Not worried about this because he takes here. How about we overprotect it? And now maybe potentially even push the pawn if we get a chance. Why didn't you go knight f4? I think he had king f1. I couldn't really get much out. e3. I go back. His bishop is getting stuck, isn't it? Nice g3. Okay, let's go. Let's go here. I would take the h5 pawn, yeah. That actually is a fair point. I agree, knight f4 was a move. Didn't pay attention that the h5 pawn would be hanging. You're right. Okay, he doubles up, goes all in. Let's go down with the bishop. Or I can play knight b4. Let's think about it for a minute. He takes, I'll trade. I doubt he has got something. Even these a4, d8, a3. It's what it wants. I try this and he goes something like this. I can go b5 as well. Right? Right. Takes knight a2, c takes, rook takes. I think we are okay. So let's try knight b4. I think he can't promote it. We're in time. Either we go with f6 or something like that. Okay. We have got some options available. f6 is the killer one. His bishop is getting shut down. In terms of, I'm talking about some d7 ideas. We always have that. Thank you, Ingo Zakaria, for the follow. Golden Knight. Comes up, we have b5. He went for it. I'll take on c2. Six. Then take it. Promotes, takes. Here, d3. Not d3, maybe a4. I mean, it should be good enough. Let's capture it. Actually, I could move the king away even. Right? It was probably a bit naive play, but still. Let's bring the knight back. Takes. Do we promote? Here. Check, maybe. Or let's just win calmly, guys, without any drama. Okay, let's see. a4 takes, check. Say here a3, e6. I can stop it with the king. And the thing is that after that, he's going to take my knight first. Okay, let's capture the pawn and win normally. No need some dramas. Okay, let's push. Need to take this pawn. Is essential. And then we activate the king. So now we go here and here. Here. Capture. We're gonna take the pawn, man. We will not say no to that. And we activate the king now. Should be enough to win. Let's go all the way to a2. Maybe knight getting somewhere here. Here. That is it. Good fight. I don't think it was necessary to allow him to push the pawns. Let's see. The thing is that he just woke up. That's the thing. So otherwise he could do better. As he mentioned, he just woke up. Რო ქართულად გველაპარაკე რა, ვერ გებულობ ინგლისურს. ქართულმა სტრიმებმა ჩაილურის წყალი დალი. Aartsperriod, the Mainz Ocean coach. So bishop b7. He goes there. Let's see what happened. Castle, castle, bishop e4, takes, knight f6. Now, objectively speaking, the attack doesn't work. We have it under control. You know, we spent quite a lot of time about pushing f5, which apparently is the best move. I was supposed to play it. If queen goes there, we take it exactly the line what we were looking at. Anyhow, I chose more modern approach, more modest approach, which is the second best line of the engine. After h4, we took there. Yeah, we're doing fine. Seems like it was unnecessary. I could keep the queens on the board as well, but thought that, okay, why not there? Definitely knight f4 would have been a good move with the dual threats of grabbing the pawn. I got really too carried away with these threats, which probably not the most ideal, but g3 actually he made a correct move. Yeah, it was not necessary to go for all this drama. Just go for bishop f8 and then try to grab it. Of course, I saw that move. Let's say he takes it, captures this, and how are you going to stop this pawn with this bishop? You don't really have a bright future, no d5. But I just overcomplicated for no reason, thought that there is a concrete line, which appears to be correct. Knight b4. Okay, so it's good that we calculated throughout. Yeah, here I have probably many different ways, one of which probably needs to be these. If it goes knight f7, then promotes. Who is going to stop the pawns? But I actually took it, which also wins. I don't think it really matters. Probably had easier ways. Okay, a4 was actually winning, yeah. And knight not here check, which was the only thing I was calculating and thought that, but he can just grab it and go there. But we go knight b3. Yeah, that's easier. So the catch is that the bishop can not cross to any of these promotion squares, which is very strange. And I have the pawn push. He doesn't have much. Look at this knight dominating, actually not allowing him to get anything. If he tries e6, I go king g8. This e-pawn can easily be stopped. Anyhow, I went for knight f3, which also wins. We took the h-pawn and, you know, the only critical moment was that if he was going to take this one, and if he would be in time to grab the pawn and come back. But I don't think so. When I looked at it, I noticed that my king would be in time. Yeah, because I'm just going after, or just play something like f4. Easier, I would say. King is getting there. His king is so far away to do anything. I'll just grab this pawn first, then king g4, and that's it. And at the end, it is already a win. Okay, well, nice match. The previous game was also interesting against him. So we can have a look at it, I believe. Why not? Thank you for the follow, guys. Newcomers, welcome. Let's see. Another game was interesting as well. So, this is a tricky opening Scandinavian. As I mentioned before, probably not the best, but it's definitely good. Queen c7, f3. It's preferable to take on g6 as the fish recommends. When the pawn takes, go for a queen f3, followed by a long castle. So I shouldn't really bother about trapping the bishop, I should just capture it. Strange. Have you played against General Zod? Yes. Yes, I have. Bishop d2. Thank you, Jay Shan, for the follow. Your game history is so green. Oh, we made a draw, right? We just made a draw on this stream. You know how much I really dislike when people misuse the color, though. It should be forbidden to do such thing. That's a nice. Oh, hi, Doctor. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. How's life? GG's. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I take on g6, queen g3 check. King f1, no, not really. I think king e2 is fine. He gave another check, which probably was too much. Queen e2, we traded. I didn't have a chance to trap the queen, though. There was no moment for that, clearly. How good is the general to you, and what is your record with him? With General Zod, we played 2 games. That's about it. We had fun. The score is not relevant. H4 is still preferable, yeah, for sure, because I'm fixing the pawn and I just delayed it by 1 move. And this position, not sure. I have the edge, there's no doubt. But where is the killer blow? Like, there must be something direct. Okay, king here, we did it. G5, we pushed as well. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm getting older, guys. Missing some basic moves. Instead of this check and grabbing this, just take it from there and call it a day. All good for gold already vote free time. What is that anyway? At least, hopefully, you are happy with the work, though. Zeus, thank you for the follow. We take it, knight takes back, we grab the pawn. It was unnecessary to trade the rooks, or it was okay actually. It gives me, it is the second best move. Now let's see how the bishops work well together. Here, check, goes up. Oh, this is such a bad position. Both of the knights are stuck. Gaia sent lucky. Sarah, Sarah. Knight f5. H5 knight is on vacation for quite some time. We push the pawns forward, breakthrough. I think that should be it. We take, right? We go there. King here. Isn't it game over? No. Why didn't I play f4, by the way? It's a stupid move. And he's done. Whenever you're... I am with 2 jobs? 2 jobs. Oh boy. That's bad. Yeah, f4 just wins on spot. It's funny how I played like triangle to get to that position and then play king e6. Unbelievable. He had some opportunity to push f4 here and give up a pawn and hold it. Strange. And he needs to maneuver the knight, and the fish calls it that he could save it. Like, I thought about Zugzwang consistently and didn't actually play the move when I had a chance. Anyhow, king e7, bishop c7, king e6, and we're taking the pawn, and that's about it. Okay, strong gentleman indeed. What is his FIDE account? He's from Nigeria, right? This is Nigerian flag, I assume. He's from Nigeria. The Blaze 2186, Bullet 2000, so definitely his rapid is his main strength. Let's have a look at where we are doing blitz more about you. Now we can try to play some blitz as well at some point, but okay, we are gaining the whooping +2. +2 points, guys, is not a joke, actually. After 2 hours of hustle, a bit more, we got +2. And we went up by 1 point ranking, and we just surpassed with it. Oh boy, that's gonna take forever. Cause of a draw. Yes, we should have been faster in that game. It was such a weird thing that we got flagged while he had 0.005 seconds and an extra queen. So, what is happening? Now we are ranked 26. So what is the next plan? Top players aren't playing Profits. Actually, I would like to address that comment. Guys, let's discuss about it. Are we ready? A lot of people say that comment actually, and I'm quite unhappy that a Georgian one said it. Let's put it into perspective. Do you see it on the screen how many games I have played? You see it, right? 164 wins, 13 draws, 27 defeats. How many games we did play? 213 wins, 147 draws, and 89 defeats. He played minimum 2 times more than us. Did he not? He did. Let's go up. 183 wins. This guy played more, actually, which is... Where is he? Who is he? Is he... Prague or... Who is he? Arjun. Okay. Yeah, there are many which are saying that they don't play. They do play. There are many competitions, actually. Arjun. Let's go up. Fabiano, okay, which currently has 20 points more. He has played 312 wins, 187 draws, and 118 defeats. 3 times more games minimum he played than us. So who says that the top players are not playing Rapid? This is such a misconception, actually. Definitely not. Nodirbeck, 237 wins, 132 draws, 171 defeats. By far huge compared to us in terms of playing the game. So guys, don't come up with this kind of excuses, please. If they don't play it actively, it doesn't mean that there are many. There is my friend Arkady Naidich, over 700 games and 27 draws and 56 defeats. It's a super grandmaster we are talking about. So, yeah, people do play chess here and they do participate. Let's talk about Artemiev. He played the same amount of games as me, roughly, a little bit more. There are people, guys, here playing. Because they're playing each other. Yeah, but they can gain the rating, can't they? Ako. I knew that Georgian will be writing such thing, though. I knew it. Supi also started playing Rapid. Very good. There are many cheaters out there, of course, but what to do? You need to get better at it. Try and playing at night, you might find higher ranked opponents. Actually, we might give it a try. Depends if we can adjust the pairings. Nicholas Zedela, thank you for the follow. Madloba გაიხარე. Nicholas, დიდი მადლობა. კი, ნამდვილად მაგნინებ. თან ძალიან ცუდად და ძალიან ცუდი კომენტარია და მსგავსი რაღაცეებისგან თავი შეიკავეთ. აი, მართლა უადგილო არის ეგ და მაგითო. მაგნინებ კი არა, პირდაპირ გადმოდიხარ შეტევაზე მაგით. მანდ არ თამაშობს ხალხი ბრატ. აი, ეგეთი გამოთქმების გამო არის, რომ აი უსიამოვნო ხდება ხოლმე რა. იქნებ ის გეთქვათ უბრალოდ, რომ აი 26 ადგილი რა მაგარია, გილოცავთ ან რაღაც, ხო? აი ხო ხდებით რა, რომ არ არის რა მართებული ის რა. რაღაც ძალიან უსიამოვნო კომენტარია რა. უფრო მეტ ბლიც თამაშობენ, კი ბატონო, თამაშობენ და მეც ბევრად უფრო მეტ ბლიც ვთამაშობ, მაგრამ ეგ იმას არ ნიშნავს, რომ აქ რანკებში რაც თქვით, რომ ცუდი შედეგია ან რაღაცა ცუდად ვდგავართ რა. ანუ 20-ე სტრიმს ვაკეთებთ და 20-ე სტრიმზე ვართ ახლა და დავიწყეთ ძალიან დაბალი რეიტინგით რა და უსიამოვნოა უბრალოდ აკო რა. პირიქით ქართველი ხარ, მიყურებ, ხედავ რომ რაღაცა წინ მივიწევთ, პარტიებს თამაშობთ, ხო და რაღაც ხო ხდებით რა, ანუ მინიმუმ თუ სიტყვაზე კაი დაწერთ, ნუ დაწერთ მაინც კომენტარს რა. ასეთ რაღაცეებზე ტეხავს უბრალოდ. Sorry guys. Took me off the limit. Thank you AKV and Levon for the follow. Have you played Skill Cam? No, I don't know what it is. Played Arkady twice in Rapid and I lost. Arkady is a very strong player, guys. I've played with him over the board twice. He beat me once, and we made a draw once. Yeah, he's a good player. What are those? So play more now. არ მესმის აკო, უბრალოდ აი ძალიან ისეთი უსიამოვნო კომენტარია რა ხვდები რა. მართლა უსიამოვნო. და თუ ებს ნახავთ, ნუ აი რავი. Let's see the top 10. If we get to 2800, we will be in top 10. So basically, 41 points higher has Aronian, about 40 points Chess Warrior. This is, who is he? This is Noderbeck. Then comes Jan, LP Supi. There comes MVL. This should be, I don't know who is that person. It should be Duda, Sean. Magnus has 2800, Butov 2900, and a FIDE Master from India has 2966. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Take my revenge from number 29. He won me. Who is 29? GM Krikor. We will try. He played quite a lot of games, actually. Played quite a lot of games. It's hard to gain elo when you're high rate. Of course, it is true. That's what we're dealing with exactly. Every game gives us each defeat. If we play against someone rated 2200 FIDE, it gives us like 2 points. If we lose, we get minus 14, and if we make a draw, we get like minus 6. So we're on the same page. A lot of the Rapid games are from Chess.com Rapid Champion events. Yes, that's the thing. That's mostly where they participate, because I really doubt that now Magnus is sitting or Caruana and playing some Rapid time controls. And I understand them fully, actually. There are a lot of cheaters. Imagine if someone just cheats against us. We're nowhere close to anywhere on their level. And you can imagine when Magnus plays that someone just turns it on and claims that he has been playing chess for a long time, and why can he not win? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there will be more cheating against these players. But I'm sure whenever they do the report, that Chess.com probably pays a bit more attention, and the cheaters are actually getting banned and they're taking the ratings back, rather than us when we're reporting it, and literally not even a single time the guy got... I never got the ratings back in Rapid. I think maybe once, perhaps, if I remember it correctly, but other than that, we always lost badly, and they took the rating points away. Other Rapid games are from Chess.com Rapid Champion events, and they do participate. Now there are some Rapid tournaments coming up. I think tomorrow it's like a qualifier thing, so it will be interesting to see, because a lot of people will be changing the rankings. Some of them will be gaining, losing, I guess, so we will just see how it goes. There's 300k subs on YouTube. Who? This person? Okay. I don't know him, but cool. All right. Title Tuesdays will be best chance to get lots of ratings. Title Tuesdays are really good tournaments. Unfortunately, it always matches my work time, guys, and I can just never do it. Like, it's so sad that I can never make it, but this is what it is. All right. Now, people say top 1 is cheating. Who is that person? Manu, David, Indian person, FIDE Master. Let's check out his other rate. No, hell no. He's not cheating. Like, do you look at that? 3172 in Bullet, 3183 in Blitz. No, guys, this is a different level. He does play well. There's no way he's cheating. Kevin James is also playing. Yes, Arcade is a very strong player. There's no why. What is his FIDE? FIDE, I don't know. Like, should we check it? Oh no, David, FIDE. You see? I'll check it on my other profile. He's a FIDE. Wow. In all time controls, he has 2200. That's a bit strange. In all time controls, he has 2200. Maybe he just doesn't play that frequently? I guess. Let me check. He's born in 2001. So he's 25 years old. It's probably his childhood photo. And the last time he has participated was in 2024 May. Lately, he has been dropping a lot of rating points. He had 2418 and he has dropped a lot of it, like a lot every single tournament he's at. But okay, I have seen a lot of players around the same rating range, which are just good at fast time controls, and they're playing. And I'm not that surprised because Bullet close to 2200 and Blitz, come on. He's not cheating. I don't believe in it. Because Bullet already is a huge skill, and it seems like he had the 3278 at some point as well. He's FM, so what? So what? That's why online chess is far from real. Yeah, objectively, of course. So let's say if we take it into perspective, my Blitz rating, let's put it that way. Compared to FIDE, I have like plus 200 rating in all-time controls over the board, and he has like plus 200 to 300 online compared to me by far, actually. So it is like, it depends on your skills. On the board is different. He's 2418 FIDE. No, actually, he had the highest rating, a peak rating, but now he has like 2280 or so. It's written peak rating. He's 80 points away to hit 2500 FIDE. No, he dropped it since then. So FM უკეთესია თუ GM? GM-ი არის საუკეთესო, GM-ის მერე მოდის IM-ი, ერთი საფეხურით დაბლა და IM-ის დაბლა ერთი საფეხურით არის FIDE Master. There's a 2900 guy in Bullet who got banned. Yeah, okay. In Bullet, how did you get banned? Probably you use this clicker thing, right? Like this clicks, which we played against a couple of times. The people which were using that. But anyhow, okay, guys, let's call it a day. We gained the 2 rating points. Happy with that. We are ranking 26. I'm really happy to check this kind of stuff there because we are reaching the goals. Obviously, 3000 is far stretch, the name of the streams, but if we can somehow squeeze out the 2800, I'll be very happy with it. We have a long ride. If we ever get there, of course, we will try our best. If that happens, then we will be sitting in top 10 for sure, and that will be a great achievement. After that, right after that, I think it will be time to start focusing on fast time controls, let's say Bullet or Blitz or something like that. It will be more entertaining, less educational, of course, but we will try our best to try our luck into faster time controls for sure. Because currently I have got in Blitz, what do I have? In Blitz. In Bullet, I'm relatively bad, as you can see. 2761. Okay, I'll just play some Bullet games to gain the rating there. 2921 we have in Blitz, so it will be possible to achieve 3000 there. Bullet 3000 is difficult. I think Puzzles 3000 will be one of the most challenging one by far to get, guys. Will be very difficult. So far, luck is on our side. That's good. We will try. to gain more if we get a chance. That is all. Thank you guys for the support. Appreciated you being with me and just clicking like, subscribes, follow, etc. All the stuff. For those who are interested in professional chess training, the link is in the bio on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. You can just check it out. Modern Chess Academy. Don't forget to sign up over there. There are all limited seats for that price of the offer. So I'll see you over there. Take care, guys. Thank you. See you around tomorrow. Tomorrow, I might not stream. I'm not sure exactly, actually. I need to check it out this evening. See you around, guys. Take care. Bye. Adlo bakwalas kurad gabis twis, mamol shakmat rande.